that I used to blow.
Used to blow. Hello, everybody. Batman Dragon?
Do you have your phone set up?
No, but
Set it
you're
up.
completely ruining the introduction.
I know. It's ruined now.
We're not introducing
nope.
anything now.
No more episode. No,
Bye, guys. Glad y'all were with us as long as it lasted.
Nope.
Someone already liked it.
Hello, everybody. Z3KO Trinity here with my partner in crime. And we're here with another episode of
You're going to knock everything on the table over.
Apples, Dimensions, Pumpkins.
Yeah.
Boy, do we have a spread here. I'm talking about myself. Woo! Well, we will tell you why we have so much spread here. Jeremy, out of all this stuff, what's the one thing that kind of stands out to you the most?
The Mario cereal.
The Mario cereal. Do you guys see this Mario cereal here? This limited edition collector's Mario cereal? We be eating that. We're going to go over on Jeremy's channel after the video is done, and we're going to be eating the shit out of this. I mean, I'm going to eat it, and eat it again.
Did you bring
Well,
milk?
not that far. No, I forgot the milk.
Then we can't do it.
We can.
We
We'll
don't
wait
have
for
milk.
us. We have water.
I will not drink.
We
I will not
will.
use water.
We will water this. But anyway, tell us a little bit about this cereal, Jeremy. Why is it so limited edition for?
Well, it wasn't a limited edition. It was just to promote the Super Mario Odyssey game. Nintendo had released their own special rip-off of Lucky Charms called the Super Mario cereal. And it forms as not only a bowl of cereal, but an amiibo. And
Yeah, and you can scan this and have a.
actually,
I mean,
yeah.
oh, it's right on the bottom. Oh, okay. Good thing I didn't show you all that.
But so what it is
But
basically
it says here that it's a mixed berry cereal with marshmallows.
yeah.
Okay.
So basically,
Yeah.
what it is that. Why are you moving it?
So they can see my sexy body.
But basically, they did it as a promotion, and when you scan the box, you can use an amiibo. See, scan here.
Yeah.
And you get basically one of the 3 amiibos from the for the game. Of course, I have the amiibos, so I don't need this box. No, shit. I bought 2 boxes. This one, if you're wondering why I'm throwing around and not giving crap, it's because this one I'm going to eat, and the other box that I have is for collectible purposes.
You're gonna eat the box? Box and all?
But yeah, we'll be doing that in the video, as long as we have milk.
Okay. And tell them a little bit more Mario news, since we were already discussing the Mario box.
Well, I'll do Video Game Center in just 1 second. But first, Jacob.
Oh, is that part of Video Game Center?
Yes.
Oh, my bad.
That's part of Video Game Center. But here is an interruption to Video Game Center. Before we can get into the show, there's a bunch of questions on the back of this box. Are you a Mario maestro? How well do you know the hero of the Mushroom Kingdom? Test your Mario knowledge with a few questions. So, Jacob, what character trait describes Mario? A, courageous. B, shy. C, mysterious. Or D, naughty.
Brave, I guess. A.
Brave. All right. So Jacob's answer is
Doesn't
brave.
tell me if I'm wrong, right or wrong.
Well, I mean,
Good answer. Next question.
for answers, go to KF.
Oh, we're not going to go to the website.
Why? Okay. Well, I would assume that he is courageous, so because he's not shy, mysterious, or naughty. What was Mario's original
He was a plumber,
name?
after all.
What was Mario's original name? Mario, Jumpman, Wario, or Mr. Mustache?
Mr. Mustache. That's an easy one.
Nope, Jumpman.
What?
Yep,
I thought it was
Jumpman.
Mr. Mustache.
Pretty sure it's Jumpman.
This
I'm not
video
gonna
has
go
been
look
brought
it
to you by Root Beer. It's the only beer I'll drink.
Yep, Jutnam was the original name for Mario.
Tastes just like roots.
Alright, Jacob. What power-up causes Mario to become invisible? The Fire Flower, the Super Mushroom, the Superstar, or the Green Shell?
The Superstar.
Yes. Who is Mario's brother and trusted sidekick? Just answer. You don't need the other options.
Wario.
Oh, okay. Luigi. And finally, what is the name of the kingdom that Mario is known for saving? The Super Kingdom, the Star Kingdom, the Mushroom Kingdom, or the Koopa Kingdom?
Koopa Kingdom? Maybe?
The Mushroom Kingdom, Jacob. And now you know I should have been answering these questions because I am a Mario fan.
Well, what ifs.
And if you didn't know that, you should know I have a channel called The Legend of Linkling, which has
That has
nothing to do with Mario. But it's a Nintendo channel, which is where I'm going to be eating this cereal at. So please go to that channel and watch me eat. Now, let's move on to the Video Game Center. Boom.
Yeah,
so
now
first
let's talk about
announcement.
something that they actually care about.
Announcement first. The other reason for Mario cereal being on our table and now behind me is because Illumination Studios, the creators, and the studio that made Despicable Me.
Oh, Manuel. Thunder.
And, what's it
It's actually raining. Oh, what?
Despicable Me. Oh, and Minions. That studio, Illumination Studios, will be making the Mario movie. Now, I know if you've watched my channel, I did a gaming spotlight where I discussed the potentiality of Mario being made into a movie.
Hurt your neck there? And if you guys are a fan of my channel.
But they have officially announced on February 1st, which I know that's like literally 9 days ago, that they are making the Super Mario movie. Now, it was stated by Miyamoto that he is going to be directing the movie.
He's deraping?
Directing. That he's going to be directing the movie with them. So that means that if he doesn't believe that what is being made of that movie is not good enough, he will shut that shit down. And I'm not kidding, that's might as well what he has said. He said he will shut that shit down if it is not up to par.
If Luigi's vacuum made this movie, I'm gonna shut that shit down. Mario better go, it's a video, Mario.
Okay, that Super Mario movie was horrible. But we'll get to your comments here in 1 second. Alright, now the other thing that was announced on the the other thing that happened this week is they announced that Crash Bandicoot The Insane Trilogy will be coming to the Nintendo Switch. So, if you thought the only place you could find Crash Bandicoot was on the PlayStation, you are wrong. Though it is kind of sad that this game will be on all systems but then Xbox, but that's alright.
And it's supposed to be coming out in 2019, so they say.
No,
maybe we'll hear something.
They are going to. The statement was that we will be getting Crash Bandicoot for the Switch in 2019 alongside a brand new Crash Bandicoot title. Now I know, El Manuel, your nipples must be hard and your Crash Bandicoot in your car must have a boner because he gets a new title in 2019. That is official. We will be getting a Crash Bandicoot sequel game, whatever you want to see it in.
A brand
in 2019.
new Crash Bandicoot game. It's like the first Crash Bandicoot game in a long time, ain't it?
Yeah, I mean, we haven't seen Crash Bandicoot in an actual game since PlayStation 2, I believe. I don't think he was on the 3. Yes, he was on the 360 and the PS3, I do believe, and maybe I don't think. I don't know.
I don't know.
But I do know
Satan,
that it's been a
get
while.
off of this show.
So Crash Bandicoot was on Skylanders, but that doesn't count. But yes, I'm excited. I have not picked up the trilogy of Crash yet for the PS4, but that's because I'm now waiting for the Switch version. And I'm excited for the new Crash 2019 release. And finally,
the one I am
topic.
a little excited about, which everybody here should be majorly excited about, but I'll tell you why I'm a little bit excited about. We have finally got a Redemption 2 release date. That's right, October 26th, 2018.
I was hoping he was going to get the date right. But yes, we were supposed to have got that game last year. Yes. Obviously, they didn't. And they said that they hope that everybody understands the release date.
No, we did not snort crack at the beginning of the show.
No, we didn't. We snorted rock beer, root beer. I can't talk.
Rock beer. We climbed the highest mountains of Mount
Budweiser.
and we're like, ooh, this here. This is rock beer.
But yes, Red Dead Redemption 2 will be coming to the Xbox in 2018 on the 26th, and it will have everything you want in a game. Western atmosphere, bow and arrows, I hope. Indians.
Will you think zombies will be added to this one as well?
Please don't. We've had enough zombies.
I heard that the zombie version of the first one was...
I mean, I'm sure it was just so Wild Wild West of them, but I really don't want to see any more zombie things for now.
Now, the reason why
we've already got Days Gone with zombies, and we have Call of Duty with zombies. The reason why
I said that I'm a little bit looking forward to it is because I never hopped on the bandwagon when the first game came out.
Red Dead Redemption, the first one, got Game of the Year that year, and I do remember me and my friends all sitting around on this circle couch going, "What's Game of the Year?"
I thought you were going to say campfire.
And we were
all sitting here at a campfire, roasting marshmallows. We're like, man, what's Game of the Year this year?
But we were watching the Video Game Awards, and I was like, I wonder what Game of the Year is going to be. And then they were like, Red Dead Redemption, and I was like, why?
I'm at the wrong circle.
But the thing is like, back then I was a very big, like, if it was a popular game, I hated it. Like, that's just how it was. Like, Fallout 3 was one of the popular games of one of the years when I was growing up. Just one of them. And I was like, oh, I hate this game because everyone loves it, and their mom. And now I'm just like, why do I care so much?
And just come into GameStop. I love this game. Their mom's out of the car. Me too.
But to me, I do believe that, you know, Red Dead Redemption 2 is going to be a great game. Please said that 3 times. Red Dead Redemption 2, Red Dead Redemption 2, Red Dead Redemption 2. But yes, so that's all your news. We got Crash, we got Mario, we got dead people. It's happening. Jacob, over to you with Cosmic Corner.
Oh, Cosmic Corner.
Yes.
Cosmic Corner. If you don't know what Cosmic Corner...
I told them I was going to read the comments and say them out loud after the video. So hold on, we'll get back to our Cosmic Corner.
I'll just sit here. Don't worry.
Alright, so Elman West says, oh no, again. Hello, it's finally here. From the Mega Movie Maniac. Games and Movies Entertainment said, so which one is Zach Jacob? Don't know.
What?
Lucky Charms Frosted Flakes cereal. That is not. That is straight up Lucky Charms stars with mushrooms. I mean marshmallows.
With shrooms, motherfucker.
No tea time today? No.
No
sadly,
tea time. Just beer.
We will have tea time next week.
Yeah. Believe it or not, I have to actually buy the tea.
Tea just doesn't appear. When I'm out and about, if I see some tea, I'll get it for us.
I did buy a tea, so I might do a video on it. But it's a vanilla chai tea.
Where is it?
It's in the living room.
Is it a box you have to make?
The box that you have to make.
Then how about this, guys? Not only are you going to get a single video on my channel of me eating cereal, come back after my cereal video and you'll watch Jake with me drink some chai tea.
If you haven't left before.
I won't leave until I got some chai tea. Alright. Game and Movies Maniac says, yes, it is Jumpman. Yes, I know. We both on the same page. We got this. Thunder, Thunder, Thunder from El Manuel.
Well, El-Man. Dirty son.
The Mega Movie Maniac also said, what about the Super Mario Brothers movie?
What about it?
No. That was horrible, and I really don't think we're going to get that again. I'm glad that this is going to be an animated Mario movie and not a live-action Mario movie that they are making. Thank God.
Oh, no, Luigi.
Jacob likes Crash, don't you? Going to get that game, big fan of Crash. Yes, he was on all of the systems. My dad beat the first game in the zombie version. I got so far on it and my PS3 stopped working. Those were all 3 on Manuel's.
I totally thought that was going to go a different way. Like, my dad beat me with the Crash.
And then Mega Movie Maniac said, the Red Dead Redemption is my second favorite game of all time.
So you're really looking forward to the second game then?
Yes. Though I have to say, now, I have
going to get to my Cosmic Corner today.
We will get to Cosmic Corner. But I was listening to a podcast earlier that IGN does called Game Scoop, and I really like the way that they do stuff on there. Like, it's just kind of like a cool way of doing it. And so like they have people send in like fan mail questions basically, and they do it on their like Facebooks or Twitter or whatever they use. And then
Whatever
they go through,
social media.
and it's basically like video game questions, and then like you sit down and you hear them ask the question, and then you answer it. And like the first question that they asked was like, you know, what was the game that you wished you played that was like the most popular game of that time period that you never played or something like that. And I like the way they formatted that kind of stuff. And I thought, you know, maybe whenever I decide if I'm going to bring back my video game vlog-ish type stuff, then I might do
Didn't you
stuff
break
like that.
down your video game vlogs into actual just segments?
Yes,
on your
and then I
channel?
completely canceled the whole thing because I have no
I
time.
noticed you haven't made any videos lately, too, so...
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't just do a video game play of Shadow of Colossus, the box opening of the special edition.
I know, but we were talking about... I'm talking about, like, the news and stuff. Like,
well, here's the thing.
Which, of course, it has been a slow news
Well, not
week.
just that, but look, I'm going through a big time change with my whole entire, like, job.
Going through that time of the month, guys.
Well, I have a new job. I am no longer working a 2 to 12 shift. I'm working a 9 to 5 shift, and I have this sleeping change that I have to get used to. Instead of staying until 3, I have to go to bed earlier and wake up earlier. No, I actually go to bed about 10 or 11, and I wake up about 6 a.m. And not just that, I only got 2 days off now, and I've got all these games I want to play, and so my channel is suffering for the time being, and that's because I don't want to just make videos to have videos. Because that's not what it's about for me. I want to make videos because I enjoy making videos. And so while I'm doing my new job, and while I'm playing my games, I am coming together with the best idea to make my channel the best it can be. And once I have figured that out, so yes, you'll still get videos from me. I did want to post the video gameplay. I did want to show the unboxing of that. Those weren't just stuff I did to make videos.
Mm-hmm.
But I am not just going to make videos because I feel like I have to have a channel of videos. This show I do because it's something I get to do with my brother. It's fun. It's entertaining. I make myself look like a fool. And it is just great.
Oh, please.
But
You're
please,
already a
I wish
fool.
everybody would continue to watch Jacob's channels. Both his channels are striving. I think you've almost got
They're
400
suffering.
400 subscribers almost for this channel.
Yeah, for this channel.
And you almost got 400 on your video game channel. And I'm back here with a link, hoping to God I can make it to 300. And I'm so proud of your channel because you're doing so well with it. And
well, be proud of them. They're the ones that are
I
watching
care
and
less
liking.
about them. I'm just joking. No, the part of it is that you make good content so they will watch it. And one day I will make good content so you all will watch me again. Because right now,
It's because you
I
gotta do
have
this.
I have like 8 to 10 people who watch my channel, and then the rest of those people just say, "Oh look, Jeremy posted a decent video this time. Let's watch it." And the next week they're like, "Shit, it's another one of his gay ass monster hunting videos." And so, you know.
Alright, well, let's get back to our show.
Yeah, sorry, I
shall
just
we?
went on my
Mr. Vent.
Alright, back to Jacob on Cosmic Corner.
Okay.
I'm going to go hide in the corner.
Alright. It's time, guys,
Oh, he's getting real.
to enter the Cosmic Corner. Alright. Let's find the right
Just freak
mood.
everybody out with all these changes.
Alright, here we go. Here we go. In Cosmic Corner, if you've noticed, which you probably can't, I have various Superman-like objects on the table. I wanted to bring to your guys' attention a major thing that's getting ready to come out. In April, Action Comics issue number 1000 is coming out.
And finally, they will stop making action comics.
Action Comics was the very first comic book that introduced the world to superheroes. Superman was the very first superhero ever made. Action Comics 1 was the game changer for DC Comics. Superman is my all-time favorite, you can tell. And the reason why this issue is so big, not only because it's celebrating 1,000 issues of that iconic issue that came out in the 1930s, but we get Superman red underwear back. Yes! Finally!
Yay!
The red underwear.
Who match me now?
Hell yeah! I'm wearing it too. No, I'm just kidding. They're blue.
Oh.
I'm kidding. I don't wear underwear.
No, me too.
Commando.
Wait, we don't have a high five this week.
No, we don't, do we?
I'm about to come up with a high five.
Yeah, we're
right
coming
now.
up with a high five. But
You see it, guys, live. I'm making a high five as we speak.
But not only that, but there is a writer known as Brian Michael Bendis. He's very famous for writing the X-Men comics and a lot of really good stories for Marvel. He is one of the greatest writers I've ever known. I love his work.
He's read none of them.
And that is his very first comic that he's going to be working on in the DC Comics, is Action Comics 1000. So it's going to be his debut comic for DC Comics. And also, he is also working on the Superman title in the comics. So he's writing both Action and Superman, which is amazing. Not only that, but he's got an idea for a brand new villain for Superman. And I'm pretty sure he's totally going to do an excellent job. Not only that, they are releasing 8 different variants for that issue. They're going to have a main front cover of the issue, and then 8 variant issues, all pretty rare to find. And then they are releasing a 70-some anniversary graphic novel with short stories of Superman. But here's the best part of them all. At the end of the graphic novel, there's going to be a 12-page, never-before-told Superman story by Joe Shuster and Jerry Siegel, the original writers and creators of Superman from the 1930s. An untold story of Superman from the 30s. Going to be in that graphic novel. That is major. I cannot wait to pick that comic up. I am getting all 9 variants, or all 8 variants plus the regular comic, and I'm getting the graphic novel. I'm going all the way with this.
All the way?
Yep, I'm taking it to bed with me.
Oh.
And we'll lay it down and make sweet love to that comic. And that was the Cosmic Corner. So yeah, if you guys want to start reading comics and don't really know where to start, I would start with Action Comics 1000. Like, dead serious. Okay. Are you taking over, or do you want me to continue with On the Chart?
Move on to On the Chart while I finish up this.
Okay. On the Chart, today's news, we are starting off with a Friday the 13th. Let's get this movie out of the way. Right here, we got Friday the 13th, my statue figure, but we got major news about the Friday the 13th game. I just watched the video of what they're planning to do next, and I will leave a link in the description below so you guys can click the link and watch what I'm talking about. But in the future, they showed their very first look of challenge modes on Friday the 13th. They are single player. And one of the videos I watched, that I will provide the link below, Jason, you play as Jason, of course. It has the Bugsy guy and Adam. They're both working on a car. The car had apparently broke down. And it actually has dialogue. They're talking to each other. They're like, man, let's hurry this up. We gotta go to the party and get laid.
Get laid.
And you play as Jason, and you gotta be stealth about it. You can't let them see you. You gotta stalk them and get them into the just right time. And slaughter them up. It looks amazing. And I am super excited. It did not say that when we were going to be getting this update or anything like that, but that's a start, actually being able to see what they're working on.
Yeah.
So that's major news for Friday the 13th. Also, it's Double XP this weekend. Today and tomorrow is the last day of Double XP on Friday the 13th. So make sure you kill a lot of counselors.
Also, Jacob, he mentioned it, the Superman sci-fi show comes out this year. Forgot about that.
Oh yeah, Krypton. Krypton comes out this year as well. It's gonna feature...
Yeah, a new superhero show did just release, Black Lightning.
Yeah, that's true too.
I haven't got a chance to watch that because I'm busy. I love it, man.
But yeah, Krypton. It's about Superman's grandfather, and you actually in the show, it's going to actually talk about the origin of Doomsday, which is incredible.
Wow.
I can't wait to see that. Yeah,
that's pretty cool.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Jacob. So what did I hear about this new Stephen King novel that's coming out this year?
Oh, that's so cool that you mentioned that, because that's what I was about to talk about next.
I know, it's like we have some kind of list of what we're doing today.
It's like you wrote it down or something. No, Stephen King does have a new comic coming out. I'm going to need your... Oh, no, I don't need your help at all. It comes out in May. That's right. You could look it up and see the day, the actual day. But it comes out in May. It is a book called The Outsider. It's a novel.
Back check. No, King's propulsive story kicks into high gear, generating strong tension and almost unbearable suspense.
Suspendage.
Terry Maitland seems like a nice guy, but is he wearing another face? When the answer comes, it will shock you as only Stephen King can.
Mm-hmm.
And that book will be available in all retail stores and Amazon on May 22nd of this year.
Yeah. So Stephen King's coming out with a great new book. There's also another story he's coming out with, but it hasn't revealed what its name yet is. Unless I look it up.
What is it?
We're going to go to StephenKing.com.
Alright, now if you pre-order it on Amazon, you can get the steelbook, the hardback book of this for only $15. You hear that, Jacob? You should pre-order it now. It's only $15 if you pre-order it.
It's true, and I will.
Wow, Jacob just pre-ordered it as you all are watching.
Yeah, okay.
Oh boy, Jacob, here you come.
Elevation is another story by Stephen King. It comes out October 30th. It's called Elevation.
Alright.
The latest from legendary master storyteller Stephen King, a riveting, extraordinary, eerie, and moving story about a man whose... It's about a man.
About a man.
Whose mysterious affliction brings a small town together. A timely, upbeat tale about finding common ground despite deep-rooted differences.
Don't read all that. That's going to take a long time.
Although Scott Carey doesn't look any different, he's been steadily losing weight. There are a couple of other odd things, too. He weighs the same in his clothes and out of them, no matter how heavy they are. Scott doesn't want to be poked or prodded. Basically, this guy is losing weight and kind of having a thinner kind of reaction to him, and he can't figure out why. Well, there's another girl that has similar things happening to her, and they each meet different people who have different things happening to them, and they all kind of band together and try to figure out doppelgangers. You know what I mean? Know what I mean?
Yeah. I think The Outsider sounds way more interesting, though. Just saying.
Yeah.
Yes,
but
I think the other story
Stephen
sounds pretty
King,
cool.
2 brand new books of Stephen King coming out this year. Can't wait. Cannot wait. And finally, what was my other news for the thing?
Bam!
Oh, yeah. We have a Deadpool 2 trailer, which is funny as can be.
And it showcases Cable and a new hero. I forgot her name. It's something. Just go watch it. It's easier said than done. But yes, Deadpool has a team, and he's ready to be.
Yeah, Deadpool is
the big
forming a
screen.
team in this movie. Cable is introduced into the movie, which looks pretty badass.
The movie looks funny, but I don't
But
think
it
it'll
looks
live
as
up
funny.
to the first one's high intense comedy. But I could be wrong.
Mm.
And of course, the other
And
trailer
the
that
other
was
trailer,
teased,
superhero trailer we have was a Venom trailer.
which has officially been said that it will come out in October, along with Red Dead Redemption 2. So we've got a lot to look forward to in October already.
Yeah, and Venom looks incredibly good.
Incredible.
It's supposed to be a comedy/horror movie.
Yes, which it
For-
looks so cool. And that's what Venom is. He's horrific and comical.
Mm-hmm. He's horrifical.
Horrific.
Or Funky Brother.
Or you fuck your brother. Alright, guys, back to me, because you were tired of him.
Probably.
Here we are with, I'm going to bring to you all the first 24. Now, 2 weeks ago, I brought you all the first 24 of of Monster Hunter World, and I discussed what the first 24 hours that I played of it was like. Now today, Jacob, hold it for me, present it, be my mascot. But within the first 24 hours I got to play of Shadow of Colossus, I defeated 2, I believe. Yeah, 2. That's not how you open it, Jacob.
You keep talking. Just keep talking.
I don't want you to mess up my box, though. Because that's very, very
I'm very
special
gentle
to me.
with boxes.
But Shadow of Colossus came out for the PlayStation 2 about, I don't know, I think it was like 2006, 2007, 2008 range. And the year that this game came out, it was competing against Twilight Princess of Legend of Zelda. And in this game, you are basically, it's such a simple story. You play as the main character you play as is this boy whose sister is, I brought that for you to play and I left the game in my PS4. Wow.
What a tease.
But, so the PS2 version was really great. It got Game of the year it came out, and this is the HD remake of that. And, so in the first 24 hours I got to play of it, I got to I got to fight 3 of the Colossi. And, so basically just this game is you're a male character whose sister has died for unforeseen reasons, and you go to this shrine that apparently has the potential to bring her back. You lay her on this thing, and then some voice, demonic sounding voice, says, "Hey, why are you here messing with my ship?
Why are you here?"
And so basically, it informs you that if you kill these 16 Colossi, you will kill the idols, and you will be granted the power, I guess, to bring your sister back, or wife, or mother. We're not quite sure what she is to you, honestly.
Or pumpkin twice removed.
So, if you all watched my video on my channel, you all would have seen me defeat the very first Colossi, which was very simple, very quick, and to the point. The basic concept of each Colossi is there is a point that they are weak that you can use to get onto them. Then once you get onto them, you find their weak spot on their head or wherever it's at, and you attack it until you weaken it. And the first one was very simple. It was one place you had to attack, and that was it. Now the second Colossi, its weak point was a lot harder to find, and then when you got on him and you got to the main weak spot and you were trying to kill him, it moved to another area. So this time you had to move on its body to find the other area as well. And of course, if you all have seen the very back, or if you played if you see the regular game, there's this huge tall Colossi, and it's basically the mascot. It's right there. If you haven't seen it, it's the main tall Colossi right here. He's the very third Colossus you fight in the game, and he is huge. I have beat the first 2 and made it to the third one, and that's all I got to play of it in my first 24 hours of owning the game. It's very fun. It is a very beautiful, enticing world to be in. The boss fights are amazing. All there is boss fights. There's no, random fights. There's no random creatures on the way through. It's mostly just one boss fight.
I want to show them the heartbreak
right down here.
Yeah. Don't reveal the, address or shit. But, okay. So, get this, guys. I order this game, okay? And I get it in the mail. And I'm all like, ready to play. Ready to rock and roll. When I open this game, look, I find this all smashed up to pieces. I can get the disc out from the back. Open it up. They had shards everywhere. There's still shards in it, falling down. Pieces broken. The game doesn't even work.
But Amazon was very nice to have sent him another copy.
Yeah, they are going to be sending me another copy. We have to send this one back.
Has to send that back, and he'll get another copy. Though I would have suggested you should just ask for a refund and went and got that. They had another one of these at
I wish I could have got one.
Well, they're still at GameStop, single versions. I pre-ordered this and got it ahead of time, and I'm very glad
I'd
I
like
did.
to have Steelbook myself, but
it's definitely worth playing. If you've never played the original Shadow Colossus, like me, this will be an experience beyond what you've ever played in the game, and it is definitely worth playing, honestly. And I am glad that I got to play it now.
So yeah, that's why you guys haven't seen a first play video of Shadow of Colossus from my point of view.
But you don't need to. You can go to my channel. Seriously, go to my channel and watch it. I have the unboxing.
Subscribe to me, damn you!
I have a video of the actual gameplay of the first Colossi, and I have the unboxing of the special edition, and I am doing the entire game on my channel. I haven't uploaded yet, but I am doing the entire channel on my game.
Mm-hmm.
On the entire channel on my game. The entire game on my channel. But that is the first 24. So we have 3 more segments left, and I'm going to go ahead and go to the high 5. Then I'm going to go on to the movie review. Then I'm going on to the awards.
So, you guys know what time it is? I've been waiting to do this. It's time for the high 5. That's right.
Alright, yes, this is Trippy.
Yes.
You all, if you have seizures, please
look away now.
And just listen. What did it say? Need to watch Smiley. I love that movie.
He's already seen it.
Yes, I have already watched it. It's decent. Just don't really know how I feel about it. I love Shane Dawson, but I don't love this movie. It was alright, though. Rainbow Six Siege Outbreak Story is going to be awesome. I could care less about Rainbow Six Siege. I am probably just one of those people. They're making a Crocodile Dundee movie about his son. Ew.
Oh, yeah, called Dundee. It's supposed to be a comedy.
I'm already done with Dundee. And, of course, the solo Star Wars movie. Yes, I do want to see that movie. I just kind of wish Star Wars would just end. Sorry. I mean, it's just...
Blasphemy.
I love Star Wars.
Execute Order 66.
I mean, I love Star Wars. It's just, I'm just kind of tired of Disney continuing to make a movie every year, and they're going to ruin it at some point.
Do you remember what that person said?
Yes, I know.
But
the thing I'm trying to say is that yes, we deserve episode 7, 8, and 9. We don't need Rogue One, Solo movie, Bounty Hunter movie, and they're probably going to have a Star Wars movie every year for the rest of our lives until they milk the amount of money they can get from the merchandise. And that's all they're doing it for. It's not because they love the series, it's because they want the money from it.
That's true.
And that's one problem I have with Disney.
I will admit, though, the Solo movie, the trailer that I saw did look better than what I was thinking it was going to be, though.
Yeah. But that's not what we're talking about today. We're talking about the high 5, and today's high 5 is on the top 5 current rumors going around. And number 5, Xbox One is buying Valve or EA.
Question mark.
So, Xbox has been rumored to have been in the works of buying out the entire Valve company or EA. They are not sure which company they're trying to buy. They just know that there's been rumors that they are in the works of purchasing one of those companies.
What's it called? Where you're discussing.
In discussion. Mostly
because...
not
discussion. There's another. It starts with a C, but I will.
In cohorts?
No.
In cohorts?
They're in cahoots?
Cohorts? I mean cahoots. Damn it.
Yeah, I guess we can just call it discussion, but yeah, they're having conversation about buying either one of them. Imagine if Microsoft was to buy Valve, we could get a Left 4 Dead 3.
Well, here's the thing. That's not the biggest thing that would come from buying Valve. If Xbox buys Valve, they will take in the amount of money that Steam makes. Because Valve is the company who made Steam. And Steam is the biggest PC selling company. And if Xbox buys Valve, they not only get the sales from Xbox, but they're going to take the sales from Steam. And that could mean that Steam will be put on Xbox systems. Now think, the way Steam is and how easy it is to get cheap games and sales and all the PC games, Xbox could eventually move that on to their systems, which would be phenomenal for their sales. But not only that, but if they buy out EA, they have 2 options. They completely make EA or Xbox the only company you can buy Madden NFL games. And if they own EA and they choose to do that route, Sony will lose a lot of people, because a lot of people buy the NFL games and all that stuff on PlayStation systems. And if all of a sudden none of those games are on Sony and it's all exclusive to Xbox, you take all their sales to Xbox.
The PlayStation.
Or they don't, and they leave it on both systems, and they still make money off PlayStation 4 sales.
Oh, what a dick. Be like, yeah, all the trailer's only for Sony. We still get the money.
Yeah, you see what I'm saying? Like, they could still make exclusive PS4 games and still make the money. So that is the fifth route. That's the number
By
one
the
route
way,
right
guys,
now.
if this does affect you in any way possible, like make you sick with the view, please let us know in the comment section below. We will turn this off. I'm just doing it for comical relief. So if you do have a problem with the way we have this turned on, I'll change it for sure.
At number 4 on the high five, we've got Black Ops 4 is the next Call of Duty of 2018. Now, it has been rumored that in 2018, the Call of Duty game will be Black Ops 4.
I heard that it was going to be Ghost 2, unless they done canceled that.
Well, the thing is Ghost,
Hopefully.
the company who released the most recent World War II game, is the company who made Ghosts.
Yeah.
So, which means that if we're going to get a Ghost 2 or a game from them, it's not going to be until the next year. Last year's game was Call of Duty Modern War, or no, it was Black Ops 3, right? And then it was World War II, or was it?
World War II was last year.
What was the year before that? Black Ops 3?
Black Ops 3, yes.
Okay, so it is their turn to make it. But the rumor is that the game is being made by the company who made World at War, which was a long time ago, Call of Duty World at War, and the people who made Black Ops 3, 2, and 1. And they said Black Ops 4 will be not in the future anymore. They're gonna go all the way back to the past and start back at the roots. They said that they believe all Call of Duty games need to go back to the roots and not this futuristic game stuff. Because I do think a lot of people have just been bored out by the futuristic. And if they're gonna do that, let Titanfall 2 keep that. That's their whole premise.
Yeah,
Call of Duty, Battlefield, they need to go back to the times before. But, you know,
I can't wait till Titanfall 3 if they make one.
Yeah, I am too. But that is a current rumor for Call of Duty, is that Black Ops 4 will be the Call of Duty game of this year. And obviously, we probably won't hear an official announcement until weeks before E3, because it never can just wait to E3 to be announced.
Yes.
And number 3, they're making Nintendo Switch Minis. Now, what this is basically,
well,
instead of
really
having
typical about a system like, oh, we got the PlayStation 4, now we got the PS4 Slims.
Well, see, the difference with this one is that I'm assuming what the rumor that was going around is that the Nintendo Switch Mini is going to be a system where you cannot disconnect the Joy-Cons, and that the whole thing is connected to one little screen thing instead of taking the Joy-Cons and separating the screen.
Or a PSP.
And it's going to be, sort of, except for it's going to be for those people who just want it to be a handheld, but they think the Switch is too big to carry around. So I'm assuming that the Nintendo Switch Mini will not be able to be docked like that in the
well,
TV
as long
form.
as they make good games for it and continue to make good games for it, unlike the PSP, then yeah, that could work. But
it wasn't Black Ops
PSP.
3. It was Infinite Warfare.
Infinite Warfare, that's right. Who said that and corrected that?
That was Mega Movie Maniac.
Mega Movie Maniac, you are on the ball today, son.
See, that's because I skipped that one. That's why I wasn't sure on that one, because I never played Infinite Warfare, because I could not.
Infinite Warfare story was meh.
I didn't like it.
Other than that.
But yes, so basically the assumption was that some people don't really want to have a whole full console, so the Nintendo Switch Mini would be a handheld version, the only handheld, and it'd be kind of a small version to be carried around. I could
see kids using that.
But I don't. This is just a rumor, and I honestly don't see Nintendo pulling something like that, because the whole premise of the Switch,
especially this early.
Well, not just that, but what's the whole purpose of the Nintendo Switch?
It's supposed to be all-in-one.
To TV, it's the whole TV to handheld Switch system, and I don't think a mini would even matter. But we'll see.
Are they saying that the effects are messing with them or anything like that?
No. But
okay.
Levi was getting to where I was going to get to now. At number 2, the PlayStation 5 coming to E3 2018.
If they announced the PS5, I would probably get a little upset. Not only, I mean, yes, we all do eventually look forward to a PS5. Those of us who actually like, Sony and has been with Sony, and we can't wait to see the full upgrades and everything like that. And yes, Xbox One X is already out. Why keep upgrading when you already got perfection right here? But if they announce it this quickly, I mean, PS4, honest to God, hasn't even been out that long for a next
Well, here's the thing. The PlayStation 3 lasted about 6 years. And about year 5 is when we got the announcement that we were going to have a PlayStation 4. And then the PlayStation 3 lasted one more year, then PS4 came out. So it was a 6-year total existence for 360 and PlayStation 3. The year before that, the PlayStation 2 and the Xbox original, their lifespan, and the GameCube's, their lifespan was even shorter than that. So the idea is that each generation that comes out is supposed to be a longer lasting year.
I'm not saying that, but I'm just saying with Xbox One X being supposed to be the last system.
Well, no, I know what you're saying. Well, see, I don't think Xbox even means that, and I think that they're trying to change the game to where everybody gets that mindset with, hey, instead of releasing new consoles every year and make people start their collection, why don't we just stop? Xbox will keep doing that until PlayStation succeeds with it. If the PlayStation moves PlayStation 5 and the Switch and PS5 are just skyrocketing up and Xbox
but another
is left
thing
in the
that's going to make
they'll be forced to go
another
forward.
thing that's going to make me a little upset about it is simply because here comes the PS5, but you can't play no PS4 games on a PS5.
Yeah, I mean,
and then where am I now?
I don't think Sony's going to announce PS5 at E3. I just don't think that's a possibility.
I wouldn't this year.
The PlayStation 3 and the PlayStation 4 both were not announced at E3.
I wouldn't do
They
it
were
this
announced
year at all, no.
before E3, like in January, and then in E3, that's when they actually discussed
I would
games.
probably push it back at least 2 more years, till 2020. I would at least do that.
I'd say we will hear about the PlayStation 5 next year. We won't get it till the next year after
That's
that.
what I'm saying, 2020.
But still, I think 6 years is not long enough for the Xbox One, PS4. And the only reason I say that is because I don't think that...
What about you guys? Do you guys think that the PS5 should come out pretty quickly? Or do you think that they should just calm their shit and give us a whole bunch of... I mean, PS2 had a long span of games before the PS3 came out.
Well, not really. I mean, the PlayStation 2 still didn't last as long as the PlayStation 3 did. It's just there were some people still making games for it. When it comes to the next generation of consoles, you have to ask yourself, why are you doing it? Now, here's the thing. And a lot of people say, well, Nintendo did it. No one's bitching at them. Nintendo had to. The Wii U was a failure.
Listen to this. Nintendo was a dying company.
I wouldn't say it's a dying company because
it was hurt.
They could go bankrupt for about 20 more years and still have enough money to keep making systems because they've made so many.
Hurt.
But the thing is the Wii U was not what they needed to do. And the thing is about midway through, Nintendo realized, hey, we can't succeed with the Wii U. We just can't do it. And so...
You want some H2O?
Yeah, please. But the thing is Nintendo had to do it because they had messed up and they wanted to make up for it. And so the Nintendo Switch was done because they wanted to do something that actually was going to be enjoyable to them and gamers. And Nintendo Switch is an amazing system. I mean, it's not even been a year since the system's come out and it's already made more sales than Nintendo Wii U. I don't know if anyone knew that, but the Nintendo Wii U had sold about 12 million copies in its entire existence of being a system, which was about 3-year span. And the Nintendo Switch, in only 11 months, not even 11 months, I think 10 months, they made the same amount of money for the Wii U. So we already have a success story.
But the Switch is an amazing system, though.
Yes. Why would PS4 want to move up? They are currently the highest selling console. They are winning right now, and if they make
like
PlayStation
Xbox
5,
saying, here in 2 years we're going to release the Xbox One X2. That's like saying the same thing as that.
If Sony moves to PlayStation 5 sooner than anyone else, I think they do the biggest wrong mistake, and they will lose the money that they invested in to make the PS4 as great as it is. We don't need a console move up right now because some people are still, like Movie Maniac said, he's still trying to get a hold of a PS4. There's still people who are just now getting a chance to get into PS4. If you go ahead and force the hand to PlayStation 5 now, those people are
why should they even bother getting a PS4 then?
Then they're, well, and not just that, but they're going to be thinking, well, I got the system and now they're not going to make any new games. Now, I've ran into a few people in the last couple of weeks that are on the bandwagon of, hey, give me the next best thing. Give me PlayStation 5. Give me better graphics. You don't need it. And you have to think, yes, you may be rich enough to keep buying a game console every 4 to 5 years. Not all of us do. And I think people make the argument, well, we get a new iPhone every year and no one complains about that. There's a difference. There's
There's a
phone
major
plans.
difference. You can upgrade to an iPhone for free at some places.
And not just that, but cell phone companies, I mean...
Now, if I could take my sister back and be like, oh, I want the number 5, and then just swap it out freely.
Well, here's the thing.
Yeah.
You buy the phone and you use it and you don't have to buy anything else for it. A game console, you have to buy games, which are $60 a piece. And if
you have to pay for Netflix to watch it.
Yes, and nobody wants to have to spend the big-ass amount of money for the new system and then the games for it.
Mm-hmm.
I am all for upgrading. I'm all for next-gen consoles. I'm all for that, just at the right time, and it is not the right time. And at number 1, and I know probably number 1 should have been PlayStation 5, but I put them in order of, like...
what it meant to you, probably.
Well, I put it in order of what I think is the biggest surprises. Xbox buying out Valve and EA. I mean, I kind of expect that to be kind of true, or kind of true-ish. Black Ops 4. I mean, that's just kind of like, okay, if they do it, it's whatever. I mean, the Nintendo Switch Mini, that kind of just like a, what the F. And PlayStation 5 is another one of those, like, please don't.
But it's a fact that it will come.
And the number 1 high five on current rumors is that Metroid Prime 4
failed.
Is being made by Bandai Namco. Now, the reason that this rumor has existed is because Bandai Namco had posted a thing where they are stating that they are making a Ridge Racer 8 for the Nintendo Switch and an unannounced first-person shooter. That was before Metroid Prime 4 was announced at E3, and we have heard nothing since. And so they were both announced for Switch games. So Bandai Namco was both mentioning with Ridge Racer 8 and this first-person unknown shooter for Nintendo Switch. And so the biggest rumor going around is that it's going to be Metroid Prime 4 because Nintendo has all these games they're working on, and they can't make every game by themselves without having to find outsourced companies to help. Bandai Namco making a first-person shooter like Metroid Prime, that's big, because Bandai Namco is mostly known for, like, Dragon Ball Z, anime games, stuff like that, fighters, stuff like that, and so, and RPGs. So, what's a first-person shooter going to be like? Being made by Bandai Namco. But it also, and it might not just be Metroid Prime 4, it actually might be Metroid Prime Trilogy. That's the other rumor, is that maybe they're working on the trilogy while Nintendo's making the Metroid Prime 4, or vice versa. Bandai Namco's making the 4th one while Nintendo's remastering the HD trilogy. We are not guaranteed to get a trilogy.
It would make no sense if another company was just doing a remake.
Yeah. Well, I mean, they have done that with Zelda, but I honestly think Bandai Namco making Metroid Prime 4 could be a good thing. I do, but I just don't know. It's interesting, and it's going to be very interesting to see if that's true. And since we've heard nothing about this game, I mean, I'm expecting E3 2018 to be the time period we'll find out more about that. So, all right, guys, now let's move on to our movie review.
We are going to be reviewing the DC Universe animated movie Batman Gotham by Gaslight. It was directed... It doesn't say.
Well, let's go back in people's minds. Oh, hold on, let's read some stuff yet, real quick. I think it's too soon for new consoles.
Sam Liu.
No need to back it up.
It was directed by Sam Liu.
Still going off. No PlayStation 5 yet. Also, I think 4K capable TVs are not popular enough for them to make a new system. I agree. Because, I mean, you got to realize, if you're going to push the PlayStation 5, you're pushing people to try and buy the 4K systems to play it on. People don't need to be spending thousands of bucks for new stuff. They don't have the money for that. The economy can't provide for that right now, I don't think.
Yeah.
But if you all can go back in y'all's minds to when I was doing all Batman on my channel, which was not very long ago, and I don't know why I stopped. I just can't make my mind up about what I want to do with my channel ever. But on one of my Bat Talks and my Batman graphic novels reviews, I discussed this Gotham by Gaslight in full detail about, you know,
the story and all.
About how it's the first Elseworld. It was an Elseworld series. It was based on the very first thing that basically started the whole multiverse discussions. And if you all watch my graphic novel review and how the story went and how the whole story was, you will be surprised that this movie adaptation of it literally throws the graphic novel out a window and does whatever the fuck they want to. That is exactly how I felt watching this movie.
It stars the voice talent of Bruce Greenwood. He plays Batman,
Batman,
a.k.a. Bruce Wayne.
Yeah.
And Jennifer Carpenter, she played the voice of Catwoman.
Selena Kyle, yep.
But basically,
have,
if you don't know, huh?
Something strong.
Yeah, what was her name? I think it was Tara Strong.
Tara Strong, yeah, there you go.
Something like that. Yeah, she does the voice of like every anime character in existence. She played Harley Quinn in the Batman Arkham City game. Yeah. So, but she also played a voice of an old lady in this.
And
if you do not know what this is about, this is basically like what if Batman existed in London back when it's Gotham, but it's in London.
No.
You said it yourself. It was London.
Batman, Bruce. Well, okay. I don't know. It's in London in this movie. Sorry, I'm trying to split the graphic novel in this because
we're doing a movie review, not a graphic novel.
Yeah, because I'm mixing the details because they're both.
Okay, well, this is set in a Gotham in London, and Jack the Ripper is now in his prime. There's a lot of murders going around by a man who's calling himself Jack the Ripper.
Basically, while Bruce Wayne is doing, or while Batman's doing what he's doing, Jack the Ripper just started doing what he's doing. So they basically start at the same time, and so everyone's assuming that it's the same guy.
Yeah, and everyone gets the thinking that Batman is Jack the Ripper, and so on and so forth. Big mystery through the whole movie. You know, Batman is trying to stop this maniac from killing these women. He ends up killing Poison Ivy at the beginning of the movie. It was like his very first
victim. Kind of all over the place, Jacob.
I am, but that's what I am.
Well,
I don't want to tell a whole movie.
I mean, so basically the concept is they said, hey guys, we love the Jack the Ripper mystery, and all of Batman's enemies from the comic books are, you know, these psychopathic people, and so they thought, for once, hey, why don't we connect Batman to a real-life serial killer, because that would be unique, and because that'd be like Batman versus John Wayne Gacy, the child rapist, and
another clown.
So what they did was they took all the characters that are in the the Batman comic books, and they put them in a present or a past time period where it is in London. It's of course in this movie they're in London. But there's a whole lot of differences with the graphic novel, because in the graphic novel, Bruce Wayne comes back from a trip to London to Gotham City, and with him came Jack the Ripper to the United States. Because there's rumors
this ain't
that
London at all.
No, this movie they're in London. The graphic novel that's how the graphic novel. They're separated. Okay. Because Batman, he comes Batman in the graphic novel when Jack the Ripper followed him to London. Basically.
For those of you who are thinking, it's an animated movie, so it's obviously kiddish.
No,
this is actually a very dark story, very detailed too with the killings. But it does have a twist ending that is completely different from the graphic novel. So if you have read the graphic novel of Gotham by Gaslight, don't be expecting the same outcome. This will throw you for a loophole. In my personal opinion, I think the movie was a little bit better.
You haven't read the graphic novel yet.
I haven't, though. But I'm just, based on what you told me, about the killer, Jack the Ripper, and all that, I think that the movie itself might have been a little better.
I don't. Because here's the thing. With the movie, yes, I try to separate out the two, because obviously you can't just always copy and paste what was already done, because then people ask themselves, well, why don't I just read a graphic novel instead? But the thing is, if you're going to base an animated feature, and that's what I thought, that's what was in mind when they decided to make animated features of graphic novels, my idea was bring the stories to life on the live screen, and they're not. They're literally just, whoever's making the movie decides.
But wouldn't that make the person not want to read the book at all? It's like, why should I read this when it's all here in the movie?
They don't have to follow everything exactly, because with Gotham by Gaslight, they had to add stuff into it to make it more interesting than what the graphic novel was, because the graphic novel had a lot of build-up story stuff. So that's why they added in, Selena Kyle is this, harlot, dancer, singer character, and Ivy was a performer, and all of them were all orphanage kids to a nun. I mean, that's what this was. That has nothing to do with the graphic novel, because in the graphic novel, Bruce Wayne's parents died, yes, just like their natural story. He, does his travels and stuff. He goes to he goes to London, and when he comes back on his way back, he meets this guy named Jacob Packer, who was his uncle,
Packer.
who was his family friend. And so the big differences between the two are who the killer is. And I'm not going to spoil what the graphic novel or the movie's killer is. I already spoiled who the graphic novel's killer is. And you all knew I was really excited about Gotham by Gaslight when I was talking about the manga or the graphic novel, because this is such a good idea. This was such a good story. I love going into the Jack the Ripper idea. I just think that the killer should have stayed the same, is my opinion. I think that taking out Jacob Packer from the story kind of ruined the whole point of Gotham by Gaslight for me, because I think Gotham by Gaslight was an amazing story because of who the killer was. Whereas in the graphic novel, or in this animated feature, it is a completely different character, and it's kind of sad that they didn't keep it the same. But that doesn't mean this isn't a good movie. It's still a great movie, but if you're looking for a adaptation of the story, it's not going to be the best one. This is just, they took their own idea and made it from the original. Mm-hmm. It's still a great movie. I do recommend it. I do love animated features. It was just like The Killing Joke. I like The Killing Joke. I thought the animated feature did ruin some stuff that the graphic novel did better. Same with this one. I think the graphic novel was way better because the killer of the graphic novel was why I liked it so much. It's because it's not a character we all know. It's a character who has motive, makes sense why he kills people. Whereas in this movie, once you find who the killer is, you're kind of just like, that doesn't really it just kind of makes no sense that you're murdering people. Like Jack the Ripper killed women and no one ever understood why he killed women. And in the graphic novel of this, you understand that he kills people who looks like Martha Wayne, because this guy has an obsession over Thomas Wayne and Martha Wayne. Well, they know that from my movie, or from my review of it before. I went on full detail and spoiled it. And so, to me, I think, keeping that element should have been there. Whereas the killer in this one, the animated movie, you're just kind of like, why? And then I guess you can be like, oh, well, I guess that makes sense why he does it. But at the same time, you're like, but I wish there was more detail. And I think a lot of movies just leave too many ambiguous questions. Like Smiley. I know you loved it, Levi, but I still think they just left so many ambiguous questions that it just kind of makes the movie make no sense to me. It was decent. It's not a horrible movie. Just like this one is great, but it's not horrible. It's just some things need to be done a little bit better. Does the graphic novel have the same name? Yes, it is still called Gotham by Gaslight. If you go to my channel, Make a Movie Maniac, and you go pretty far back to when I'm doing Batman graphic novel reviews, it is in there. I do talk about the movie when it was a trailer before it came out, and then I also talked about the graphic novel itself. Yes, they are making a Ninja Batman.
That's the animated thing I was wanting you to talk about.
Yeah. They are making a Ninja Batman movie. I don't think it's an actual movie here.
Anime.
I think it's a Japanese
subtitle
thing. I'm interested in seeing it.
It's called Batman Ninja, where Joker's also a ninja.
He's a samurai. Something like that.
The animation, the drawing, is so unique and so different. You just have to look up a trailer. Just look up Batman Ninja animated movie.
I mean, I have to say though, I love that they're making graphic novel movies of Batman and they're doing their own stuff. I do love it because my collection gets to be bigger and I get to enjoy Batman 24/7. I'm very comic specific.
They need to do another really good Superman animated.
Thing is Superman just doesn't have many interesting stories to tell. I mean, I know you argued with me that there is some really interesting ones.
It's true.
There
are a lot of interesting
when I sit down and I say, what is the most interesting comic book stories ever told? My mind always goes to Batman, X-Men, and Spider-Man. Just because they have so many amazing stories that you can, if you're a comic book fan, you can say, tell me what the best Batman story you've ever heard is. And they will have to sit and think because there's so many. Whereas you ask people about their favorite Superman story, and it kind of comes down to just a few that you always talk about.
Stereotypically, it's like, oh, it's Doomsday.
It's rather Doomsday, or, I don't know any other ones, Doomsday. But to me, I just feel like Batman has more to tell. And that's why I'm a big Batman fan. I just love Batman. So,
We're going to move on to our 2017 Video Game Awards. We didn't do a Video Game Award because, well, we screwed up.
By the
Well,
way, Mega Movie Maniac said that there's going to be Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles and Injustice 2. I forgot about that.
Oh, yeah, it's downloading on mine right now as we speak.
And El Manuel's eating a super donut. Hope it's not poisonous.
But yeah, we decided not to do a 2017 Video Game Awards show.
Mostly because I don't like giving awards to like saying, here is the best multiplayer of the year, and I've played one multiplayer. Or, here's the best handheld game, and I've only played one. You know, I want to be, if I'm going to do awards, I want to have input across the board from multiple people. And I know it's mostly just me and Jacob, but I like to bring in TJ for the racing game section, and, you know, another one of our friends for a specific, you know, and I know we don't have a lot of them, but I'd like to have more input than just two people saying, here's what we think, you know, because, and again, I also think that when it comes to Video Game of the Year, it should come down to each person. Each person should decide what their Game of the Year is, because I can sit here and tell you the Game of the Year is My Little Pony, and you might not agree with me.
Like, hell yeah!
You might not agree with me. He might not agree with me, but that's what I enjoyed the most in my 2017 experience. I'm just kidding, but you know what I'm saying. Like, you just can't allow Game of the Year to just be down to one person.
Yeah, but I still think we should at least attempt it for 2018.
Well, I do want to attempt it for 2018, which is why I plan on playing more games in 2018 than I ever have in my entire life.
I will too. And I'm going to be doing video game reviews whenever I beat a video game on my video game channel. Like I said, everything related to video games for me will be on my video game channel.
Yeah, and I want to do the reviews only so I can keep record of all 2018 games.
We're going to go on the record and say what mine and his Game of the Year is. I will go first. My Game of the Year for 2017 goes to, I was going to say Rainbow Six.
Rainbow Six.
It goes to Horizon Zero Dawn, simply because this is one of the greatest games I have ever played in 2017. It is not the only.
It almost the only game he played in 2017.
Nope. I've played several games in 2017, but this one is a great game. One of the best.
Now, Jacob, I'm going to ask you a couple questions.
It's so much fun.
I'm going to ask you a couple questions
Platinum
about this.
Trophy.
I don't need to know that shit. I want to ask a couple questions about this game to ask you why you like it.
Okay.
Alright. What was the most important scene from the game that made that game for you, gameplay-wise, the Game of the Year?
The beginning. The story about the character of her.
So that was the gameplay part that made... I'm talking about gameplay-wise.
Gameplay?
Yeah, like, what about the gameplay made you say, this is Game of the Year?
The simple fact of crafting your weapons. You have that wheel, and you can craft your bow, arrows and weapons and ammo for those weapons. And then you had to go out and you could find other weapons even more powerful and get those as well. Then you can trap animals by shooting one thing to another and setting up booby traps.
Yeah.
And then these machine animals, which are very unique. Machine animals that you see their weaknesses, you have to hit their weaknesses. Bow and arrows are just for me. So, simple fact of her using a bow and arrow, Game of the Year for me. But that, I don't know, I just had so much fun playing this game. I love the story. One of the best stories I've ever seen in a game. The way you had to be smart about how you hunted these animals and stuff like that, and the way you went about doing your missions, I thought it was perfect. That was my reasoning. I know you're making fun of me, but...
No, what was funny about it was, when I was drinking water, I made my lips do this huge thing when I was drinking it, and I started laughing about it. And I remember how when we would do ADP, and I would just laugh for no reason, and you'd get pissed off. When I was laughing, you were giving me that look like, what the fuck are you laughing at? And I laughed more because it was even funnier that I was thinking what you were thinking.
But that's my Game of the Year for 2017.
Well, see, I personally did not play Horizon Zero Dawn, so that's what I was talking about. Like, I can't sit here and be like, the best game of this year is this. out
Yeah,
of
I
all
never
the games
played
that
it.
came out, and I'm missing like a crap ton of good games. And I know I'm never gonna be able to play every single game that ever came
I don't
out.
have the money for that.
But I don't want to be the kind of person who's, I didn't want to do an award show without playing the games. And that's why I made it so heavily in my mind that I had to beat all the games in 2017 to be able to make the decision. And as well, y'all watched my top 10 video games for video. And if you did, you realize there were so many of the 2017 games that I didn't get to play. And that's disappointing. And I'm now getting to that. Like, I am just now getting to beating Assassin's Creed Origins. I'm like 3 or 4 missions away. Of course, I have my run, the moments I just want to choke the game out. But when it comes down to it, my video game of the year for last year, and it's based on all the games I did get to play last year that came out, is Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. And we all know that I tied Breath of the Wild and Super Mario Odyssey in my top 10 games because I do love both games so much. I mean, you don't even understand how much I enjoy playing as this little freaking jump man plumber. You know what I mean?
Man.
It's so much fun to just explore in their world.
You mean Mr. Mustache?
But the real reason why I picked Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild is because you don't find very many games.
Can you imagine if he was called Mr. Mustache? This would be Mr. Mustache cereal.
Or Super Mustache cereal.
Super Mustache cereal.
But to me, when I sit down and played all the games last year, there was one moment when I played video games this year that I sat down and was like, this is what I love playing video games for. This is what made me a gamer. And I know that I did this rant on my game, why I'm a gamer video.
My battery is dying, by the way.
I know. But so basically to me, it's just, this game brought Zelda, which was such a straightforward dungeon crawler experience, to an open world experience that just was beyond what was expected of it.
We get it. It's good. Moving on.
I mean, the climbing, the fighting, the bosses, the environment, everything about it. And not only that, but it was on the best system that Nintendo has come out with in years. And, I mean, it's Breath of the Wild it took my breath away. I mean, I hate to be cheesy about it, but it did. And yes, Mario was a great game too, and it is so close to being both games. But if I had to pick one, and if someone had a gun to my mother, and I had to pick one, it would be Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild.
Hey, that's my brother too.
But that is all except for questions and super video villain video game of the day.
Super video.
Superhero villain of the day, which we will do after questions. Do you guys have any questions?
Yeah, and let us know what your favorite video game of 2017.
Sorry for canceling my wrestling show. Might bring it back in the future. My favorite game of 2017 is Friday the 13th. Second goes to Battlefront 2, which was Mega Movie Maniac. Jacob, do your top worst video games that you said you were going to do.
I can't come up with them.
Battery is low, Jeremy. Well, I have a question. Okay, since nobody else is going to have any questions.
And my phone probably will die before.
I'm going to ask you a question, you ask me a question, and next week you all ask questions.
Actually, comment below some questions after the video is done.
Yes, that's perfect.
There you go. Comment questions, we'll answer them next episode of ADP.
So my question for you, Jacob, is, what is a video game that came out in the past on other previous consoles that you really, really wish you would have played today? Like you really wish you would have played, that you missed?
That I never got to play?
Yeah, it doesn't matter when it was. A video game that you never got to play that you really wish you could have.
San Andreas, Grand Theft Auto San Andreas.
Why that game?
Because I bought that game expecting to play it, let a friend borrow it, and it got stolen. So I never got to play the game.
Huh.
So I would have liked to play the game that I got.
Well, you're in luck, because I own it.
Because I would have loved to play that game that I got for my birthday.
Okay.
But it got stolen, so...
It is what it is.
It is what it is. And, no, it wasn't stolen by the friend. He claims that it was stolen out of a locker. But, yeah. Anyway, my question to you is, are you going to be bringing back Batman stuff for your channel? Batman content for your channel? Mr. Batman Dragon.
I mean, here's the thing. Like, when I sit down and I discuss what is my favorite things in the world, it's Batman video games. And that's seriously what it comes down to, because I love Batman so much. I love the character. I love his content. I love all that stuff. And video games are the same way. I love video games. I mean, I have over almost 200 games collected for, video game wise, and I have a crap ton of Batman stuff. The only thing about doing the YouTube channel is I want to be enjoyed. I want to enjoy making the videos I'm making. And most of the stuff I would love to do, I don't have the time for. Like, I wanted to do my, villain rogues gallery videos where I discuss in full the villains, everything about them, stuff you didn't know about them. And when I did that very first villain video with the Joker, and I was done, I was disappointed because I could have done so much better with it if I did the right editing, if I did the right stuff. And to me, I just felt like the only thing that's holding me back from doing my channel is the stuff I need to make it better. And I don't know if I'll do Batman stuff.
Well, it's the same as our ADP show. I mean, I would love to be able to be like, oh, the new Friday the 13th challenge thing is out. Here, watch now. And I'd like to be able to do that, but we won't be able to live and stuff.
I mean, video games and Batman are going to be both my passions regardless. And then most likely my channel will consist of
Batman video games.
I mean, I will probably still do video contents of both things. It's just, one, I can't afford to continue buying stuff to do unboxing stuff of Batman stuff. I don't have a lot of time to read the graphic novel, so it's kind of hard to do the graphic novel reviews. And so it just comes down to I just don't have a lot of time. And that's probably pretty much everybody. I mean, when you work 5 days a week, 40 hours a week, and you get maybe 3 to 4 hours to do what you want to do, you mostly want to rest or you want to play video games or watch movies or whatever. And so it takes a lot of me to just want to sit down and do a channel. But that's now, because I'm
my
overwhelmed.
question is, are you planning on bringing back Batman content? It's either yay or nay.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, I mean,
I don't give a shit about
in some form of content, I will probably bring back more Batman content at a later time.
Do you guys want him to bring back Batman content for his channel? Let him know. Even if the video's over, please come back and comment below and let us know. Or let him know.
want you to do your top 5 Rainbow Six characters. Characters, like your
That's
top
a good idea.
And I'll do my top 5 Overwatch
I'll make
characters.
a separate video of that on my gaming channel, and I'll give you a shout out. I'll go,
But I do have plans for my channel, though, that I really hope
we're going to hurry this up because my thing might die. The superhero of the week goes to this new superhero that came out called the Silencer. She is a assassin, so-called mother of all assassins. Her name, which is a very dumb name. That's why I was looking, while he was discussing, and I was flipping through the pages, I was trying to find what her name was. You'll never believe what her name is. Her name is Honor Guest. I kid you not. Honor is her first name, and her last name is Guest. So she's Honored Guest.
Interesting.
She's a good assassin, very good, and the reason why she's called the Silencer is because when she does this, she creates a force field around herself and whoever, however big she wants it to be. And if you're inside that force field, nobody around can hear you. For example, in this comic, she fought a brand new villain, and his name is Killbox. Think of him as a human toolbox. He can morph his body however he wants into many different kind of things that can kill people. So they call him, instead of a toy box, they call him Killbox. And she gets into a fight with him while her son is in the car. So she goes, shh, and puts a force field around her and him. And they can move while the force field's around them, and it follows them. But while they're in there, her son couldn't hear a thing. So I think that's kind of unique. And I love Killbox. I thought he was badass. But at the end of the comic, it also introduces 2 other brand new villains. One's called Blood Vessel, and the other's called Breacher. Looks really amazing. But the superhero of the week goes to the Silencer.
And we have 2 questions at the end that I do want to answer real quick. Elemental asked, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles versus Power Rangers. Power Rangers. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, yes, they're turtles. Yes, they're ninjas. There is over 3 million Power Rangers, and they cannot win that. I mean, in all honesty, you put all the Power Rangers together, and the Ninja Turtles look like a bunch of freaking small ants. I mean, plus they got a Megazord.
I don't know. I think being a turtle gives them the upper hand, though.
If they turn into their Megazord form and they stomp the turtles, they will die. If we had to,
still coming down to it, Power Rangers are still human. They just get super strength and stuff due to the suits. But a turtle is a plain old turtle. I mean, they fight like have.
I mean, just me well, they're turtles. They can be killed too, just like humans. I'm team Power Rangers.
I'm team Edward.
TJ's probably, or TJ. Jacob's probably team turtles. Team turtle. And the last question was from Mega Movie Maniac, and it was, what kind of video should he do for his channel? So.
Well, I thought he was working on that big Stephen King project's what he told me.
Because, see, when it comes down to doing a channel, you look at the name of your channel and you think, what should I do? Because that's what I did, and that's why I decided to change to Batman videos.
What should C3KO Trinity do?
Do videos about Trinity.
Trinities. No, whatever you're passionate. Like for me.
Yeah.
The originally for this channel was supposed to just show off my collection.
Same here.
I just so happened to start with Stephen King. And everyone liked Stephen King, so I just kept coming up with different stuff based on Stephen King. And then, of course, we all got into, the discussion of Goosebumps. So I started doing Goosebumps stuff on my channel. And then, of course, you know me, I love playing games and doing stuff with games. But not everyone on this channel likes gaming stuff. So I made a whole new channel just for gaming. So, Mr. Movie Maniac, find what you're passionate about. I thought you really liked movies and wanted to do movie reviews and stuff like that. So maybe you can do like I did and do 2 channels, unless you just don't have the time to fool with 2 channels. But you can do 1 channel based on all your movie stuff, because no matter what you do, I'm going to watch them regardless.
I mean,
I saw you made that movie or video today. I still haven't got to watch it, but I'm going to.
Well, maybe do a video of like your top 5 of each genre of movie. And then, go from there, like, talk about movies you just pick up. And, like, if you picked up a brand new movie, discuss it, do, like, Jacob's Movie Mondays type thing.
Yeah,
show off your collections. Maybe you could record yourself going into Walmart or whatever store is nearby and looking for, like let's say, you do movie hunts and you say, today I'm going to go on the hunt for these 3 or 4 movies, and then you go record yourself trying to find them. And stuff like that. That's just sort of like a random idea for. I thought about doing that with like GameStop and just
whatever you're passionate about. I mean, if you're a passionate reader, do book videos. If you're a passionate gamer, do gaming videos.
But in the end, do the channel because you love.
Yeah, do what makes you happy. Don't do it because you think it's a job and you have to do a video today, otherwise you're fired. Don't think of it that way. You're your own person, and I don't plan on getting 10 million subscribers. I don't even plan on getting 1,000. But I just want to be happy. I want to make videos, be happy about it.
1,000 subscribers later. It's all about the subscribers!
It's all about the subscribers!
But guys, please stay tuned. We will be eating cereal.
Yeah, because I'm fat. I like cereal.
But thank you.
But thank you guys for joining us. There's our second warning that my phone's about to die. I hope you guys enjoyed this little episode of ADP. If you didn't, hit that thumbs down button. And if you do, I'll find you.
Bye. Batman Dragon's out.
That's Batman Dragon. I'm Z3KO Trinity. Thank you guys so much for watching. We appreciate every single thing you do for us. And make sure to come back for some more ADP action. This Wednesday will be my horror vlog, as we all know. And then next Saturday.
The Saturday after next.
ADP.